Hello, welcome to Dream to Shine show with Loretta. So my name is Loretta Pasha Rojero. I'm from the Philippines and a permanent resident here in Singapore. So I came to Singapore from the Philippines in 1997. So I've been working as an overseas Filipino winner, no, not just worker, for I think more than 20 years already. So welcome to the Dream to Shine show. So basically, this is the first episode, and I just wanted to share my journey. How did I came about into this Dream to Shine podcasting and live streaming, and what is my journey and my story is all about. And I hope that my story, my message will be able to inspire, encourage, and empower a lot of women, Filipinos, and whoever can connect and resonate with my story, my experience. So I've been attending a lot of seminars, and I just wanted to share the good things that I've learned in all those seminars. So, yep, stay tuned, and I hope that you learn something from my story. What is this Dream to Shine advocacy is all about? So it became an advocacy because I realized that dream is very important. So without having a dream, is actually you won't be able to have a goal. You have nothing to pursue. So having a dream, whether small, big, or is really very important. Our success, the results that we want to achieve actually started with a dream. There's this seed of greatness. There's this. It starts from a seed, and then you'll be able to whatever it is that you wanted to achieve in life starts with a dream. Like for example, I dreamt of working overseas from the Philippines, and that has been my motivation and dream, of course, for my family. That's why I went to Singapore. And before that, of course, I have other dreams, and it started with, like, for example, dream of becoming a performer, a singer, um, a dancer. Um, these are all the things that I just wanted to share. Okay, so basically, it started from last year, September 2019. I attended this seminar called Start at the Top, and they have a program called Global Messenger. And in that program, I felt that during that time, there's the speaker, Kane Minkos, is actually speaking to me because every speaker in that seminar are all male speakers. So what he said is that, where are my female speakers? So it started with that. And I have this desire to, since I attended Toastmaster, hey, why not? I should be on that stage. So it started with that seed, just a desire, and yep, to become a global messenger. And I read this book called The Greatest Salesman in the World, and it's very interesting book. So I won't reveal, but after attending the global messenger seminar, and then this book by Ogmandino, The Greatest Salesman in the World, it's just like I always believe that nothing happened by chance. So this seminar and this book, so it's not by accident. Okay. So after the Start at the Top seminar, there's the following month there's another seminar called Rich Woman by Kim Kiyosaki, the wife of Robert Kiyosaki. So if you have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, well, Kim Kiyosaki is the author of Rich Woman. Okay. Then by November, I attended this program called Soul Rich Woman. So actually, I met Janisha Alora from the Rich Woman seminar. So I truly believe that nothing happened by chance. So all these seminars are connected, because of my desire to be able to share my message and my story. And yep, the universe is actually giving me all these resources, opportunities. And later on, I will share that slides. And of course, since I already attended the Soul Rich Woman Blueprint program, and one program or one seminar led to another. So the next program I attended is Instant Podcast Leadership Program. And from the global messenger to the instant podcast leadership program. So my desire, or it's just a wishful thinking lesson, that I wanted to be one of the Filipina podcaster. I wanted to be trained. I wanted to learn how to do that kind of thing. So that was December 2019. So almost every month there's a training that is adding up into that desire. And later on, I will be sharing the law of success. There are 17 scrolls that I've learned from Napoleon Hill, the author of the Think and Grow Rich. So basically, one of my favorite quotation of Napoleon Hill is that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Okay, so nothing happened by chance, and whatever you believe. So if you have that desire, if you have that dream, and you pursue the dream, of course, definitely you will be able to achieve it. So one day and one step at a time. Okay. So basically, why Dream to Shine? Initially, the title of my podcast is supposed to be Rich to Win, because I have been an advocate of this free and rich revolution for Filipinos, all over the world. It's a global advocacy, worldwide advocacy for Filipinos, that we are actually empowering every Filipino to be free and rich in all areas and aspects of their life. So I've been in that, I've been doing that advocacy for 8 or 9 years, since 2011. So basically, I have a lot of trainings. I wanted to share all these learnings or these trainings to my fellow Filipinos. And of course, I'm here in Singapore as a permanent resident. I'm based here. And it's not just Filipinos, but I'm also sharing it with my colleagues, my friends who are from different nationalities. So basically, it all just started in that manner. So I wanted to share to you the slides, some stories. Okay. Yes. So, okay. So this is my, see, I dreamt of like joining some beauty contest when I was young. So it didn't materialize when I was in my 20s, but now that I'm in my golden years, see, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So this is my podcast show, Dream to Shine. So you can listen to it at the shore.by or shor.by/Dream to Shine. So from the Soul Rich Woman website, you can directly listen to it, or you can search Dream to Shine or Loretta Pasha Rojero in Spotify. Okay, so this is my cover photo. And this is only recently we have, it's actually a surprise, I was not expecting to be able to receive a crown and a sash. So we were awarded this Instant Podcast Leadership Award for 2020. Yeah. So from the left to the right, my left to the right is my coach, Joan Lee. So she's my podcast coach. She's been guiding me with my scripts, with my stories, or the episodes and different titles that I'll be using for my podcast. So she's patiently teaching me, and that I don't have to be perfect. These are the things I've learned from Joan Lee. That because I wanted my script, my stories to be perfect, the grammar and all that. But if I continue doing that, I will not be able to complete my episodes. So it's actually about 55 episodes. And so she's been patiently guiding me and assisting me on my podcast. So, and then the next one is, her podcast is Women Leadership. Yes. So that's Janet. And then Dion is, they're from Singapore. So Dion is, her podcast is She's Confident. And of course me, Loretta Pasha Rojero, yes, from the Philippines. Yes, and my podcast is Dream to Shine. And the last one is Marianne Fabi Lim. So she's also Filipina. She's also from the Philippines. And her podcast is She's Fabulous. Yes. So we're all from the Soul Rich Woman. Yes. Okay. So this is the slide I mentioned earlier. I what do you call this? Put this together in 2013. And this Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 is one of my anchor verse. So I truly believed in this uh, word from God. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So basically, by God's grace, He just want to bless us. And He, even before we were born, He has already planned all these things for us. The seeds of greatness, and that we are all destined to be great. Be great. So basically, we just need to tune in with God and connect with God, and His grace will actually just keep on flowing, and His favor, everything will be aligned. So for me, this is how I see the law of success from the books that I read, because I love to read books like from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, The Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I always believe that I have a rich dad, so, and that's Daddy God. So yeah, whatever we believed in, the higher power, supreme being, or the creator of the universe. Okay, so there's always this divine providence. So at first is the law of intention, your desire. So basically, during that time, my desire is to, for personal development. So on top of my career, so I actually work as an IT functional consultant in a logistics company or supply chain company. And but I always want to work and connect with people, because I've been trained in our community in Pangarab village, so in the Philippines, since young. Because my mom is actually active in community services and in the church. So not knowing that she has actually been planting that seeds all along. So as an eldest daughter, and I've learned, I was trained to be a leader. I was trained to be in the community services as well. So the law of intention. So that was my desire last time, no? As I mentioned earlier, to be a global messenger, right? To share my message, to share my stories and breakthroughs of how I overcome this and that challenge. And we're going to be discussing a lot of that in the next episodes. And then, of course, the law of the universe. So because we have declared our desire to the universe will provide for you. And for me, of course, it's God's grace. So He provided people who invited me to attend such seminars, and yeah, and we will be learning a lot about all these things. So the next one is the law of attraction. So you will be like a magnet, because you have declared your desire or whatever it is that you want in life. Maybe you have shared it to your friend, told it or post it in your Facebook wall. Then you will be attracted, and there will be people who will tell you, oh, why not join this, or maybe provide what you need. So, law of intention, law of the universe, and law of attraction. And then the law of increasing returns. So it's going to keep on growing, okay? Because that's your desire, and your focus, your attention is on that desire. So for me is to be one of the instant podcast leader from the Philippines for my fellow Filipinos. Okay? So in between, right, from the law of intention, there's this divine providence. Okay? And then the divine appointment. So because you have shared and declared it to your friend, and they will be able to there will be a divine appointment along the way. And they will share to you, like, maybe they have learned some of these seminars. So for me, that was the case. Actually, I started in November 2010 when I attended this Millionaire Mind intensive training. That was the first, uh, not just eye opener, but mind opener in my experience. So from then on, it was really a 360 degrees change of mindset. So divine appointment and then the divine alignment. So if your focus, right, is on improving yourself, be a better version of yourself on a daily basis, then there'll be like divine alignment and then divine connection. So you will be connected to the people that will actually contribute to that whatever you have dreamt of. So from your dream. So it all flows all together. Okay, so I'm sure you will be able to relate on this experience. Okay? So the law of success. Okay. So I'll be sharing some of the scroll of success from Napoleon Hill. So there's actually 17. You can Google about it. So the first scroll is definiteness of purpose. So what is it all about? It's about the starting point of all achievement. For me, we can align it as your dream, as your goal. What is it that you desire or aspire, or what you want in life? You have a purpose. So don't be like a ship at sea without a rudder, powerless and directionless. Decide what you want, find out how to get it, and then take daily action toward achieving your goal. You will get exactly and only what you ask and work for. Make up your mind today what it is you want, and then start today to go after it. Do it now. So successful people move on their own initiative, but they know where they are going before they start. So there has to be a definite purpose. I've learned from one of the leadership training camp that I attended last January 2019. This is from the Free and Rich Revolution, and our mentor taught us that our purpose must be well thought of and compelling enough, and it should be actually leading us or directing us to the direction that we want to be. So I have one episode in my podcast, which is going where you want to be. And I hope you can listen to that episode. I shared how I got my driver's license. I have a motorcycle license as well as license to drive a motor car. So I have both license. And my journey was really very tough. And I'm sure you'll be able to learn something from that episode. Okay. So I think I'll be just sharing first this one scroll, and as in the next episode, I'll be sharing the 16 more. So watch out for it. Okay. Let's stop with it for now. Okay, so I hope you learned something from this initial episode. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode where I'll be sharing more about my journey and breakthroughs and my learnings and my greatest takeaways for all the trainings and seminars that I've attended to, and the advocacies that I've joined before, like how I achieved this 10,000 hours of, rule or principle. This is very interesting. And by just sharing about 2 to 3 hours a day for the Free and Rich Revolution advocacy, I was able to complete 10,000 hours. And that took me 8 to 9 years. Can you imagine? So, yeah. There'll be one episode wherein we will just focus on that. So, that is our first episode. And I hope that you listen to the Dream to Shine podcast through the Soul Rich Woman website. And I will share the link later on after this recording and after this live streaming. And what else? So yeah, it's very important to have a definite purpose and the statement of desire. So whatever it is that you dreamt of, your goal, write it down. It's good to have a journal because your dream is just an idea, it's just a thought. But once you transfer it, write it down, and it, yeah, I mean your energy is being transferred, and it will actually manifest. You can manifest your dream and your goals. So you can, if it's a big dream, you can split it into smaller goals, achievable goals. And yes, one day and one step at a time. So for me, one of my dream is to be able to share my message and stories, experiences, and I hope that you learn so that we can empower one another. Because as Soul Rich Woman, I've learned that alone we are strong, but together we are unstoppable. So let's continue to connect with me. My Facebook is Loretta Pasha Rojero, and this page is Dream to Shine. So I'll be posting and sharing links of things that we can learn together. So you can connect with me and you can send me a message. And yeah, if you learn something about in this first episode, yeah, tell me what you think or what you thought of this episode. And yes, I'm sure you have your own Dream to Shine story. And by the way, why Dream to Shine? For me, it's a process. Like before you can actually shine or glow is you have to be polished, right? But before you can be polished, what happens? You have to be clean. You have to be. Imagine you're a car with all the dirt and all that, and you cannot just immediately uh, polish the car, shine. So you have to clean first, wash it and clean. So same thing with us. We have a dream, but we have to go through a process, improve ourselves, and yeah, always what do you call this? Be the better or best version of ourselves every day. We can always improve. There's always room for improvement. So I hope that you learn something from this episode, which is the most important thing is we really have to know what we want in life. And that will be your statement of desire. That will be your goal. And you can focus on it because what you focus on expands. Nothing happened by chance. And whatever the mind conceives and believes, it can achieve. Whatever it is. And of course, with God, all things are possible. So I give back all the glory to our Lord Jesus Christ, to our God, because He is the one who actually led me to all these people, the people who helped me reach up to this point. I really never imagined that I'll be able to have my own Dream to Shine podcast show. This live streaming, because yeah, it was just a small dream last time. I wanted to be a speaker, one of the female speaker, and it's happening. It's materializing. So, yeah, praise God for it. And yep, connect with me, Loretta Pasha Rojero, and see you in my next episode. Bye for now.